Beef kickoff anniversary. Damn.
Today was the anniversary of, it's a tweet from academics basically saying like, oh, drop, like how long is it going to take?
Do you think we have a song of the summer?
She said, take a time, what's the rush?
Outkast has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
If we put a gun to your head to save your life, what song would you be able to recite?
It would probably be TLC, I Don't Want No Scrub.
That's so easy. Thugger got an interview with GQ.
The first record came out this past Friday.
Very underwhelming. I feel like people who really can afford to go to these concerts, they conduct themselves in a certain kind of way.
I saw the fight.
It was crazy, but Cowboy Carter, I think she brought out her daughters. So you are familiar with the whole Shannon Sharp debacle that's going on.
What's going on with him now?
Like oh damn. Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Way More Fly Than You. This is another episode of the Audio Dope Podcast. Welcome to episode, this is what, 8?
I think
Season
it's 8.
2? Yeah,
yep,
season
it's
2, episode 8. We have a very special guest joining us, and my player partner, of course, he's bi-coastal now. So, you know, we doing this thing virtual yet again. I'm gonna introduce you. What's your name again, bro?
It's your boy Justin, Timbo, Teddy, all that good shit.
Yeah,
checking
man.
in as usual.
How's the left coast?
Left coast been cool. You know, the weather's starting to perk up and get a little warm out this way. But you know, it's been cool, man. You know, I've been back and forth working and whatnot, and then I was actually up in Oakland, so now I'm kind of getting to see like all of the left coast.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. We definitely got a special guest joining us. Well, I was introduced to you as somebody else, and then you have transformed or transitioned to another name. So you go by DJ Bay now, correct?
Yes.
Is the other name is done with? We don't use that name anymore?
Absolutely, you can use it.
Okay.
You can write the checks to it.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so I was introduced to you as Shawnee Taught You.
Yeah.
But you are now DJ Bay. Welcome, first and foremost. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your time. And I would like for you to tell the people who you are, what you do, and where you come from.
Okay. Well, I'm yours truly, DJ Bay. Again, thank you so much for having me. I'm originally from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but I've been in Atlanta so long. I guess I'm a Georgia peach now.
Okay.
I DJ, create content, stream online. I'm the walking brand.
Okay. And you're a family rattler too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you already
yes.
know. Yes, this is about to be a great episode. Thank you so much again. Shout out to Fort Lauderdale in the building. You know, y'all like our little cousins. You know,
Lauderdale. Lauderdale.
Y'all little cousins.
Your knees still good enough to Lauderdale bop?
No.
You don't. No, you're not. So you passed that. You're past that phase in your life.
I wouldn't say that I'm past that, but it just depends on the mood, I guess. Just put it that way.
Okay. When is a good mood to Lauderdale bop?
I guess just where I'm at, what's going on. I don't know how I'm feeling.
Okay. Kickback. Not a kickback. It got to be a club atmosphere.
No, I don't even go to the club like that. So definitely not.
Okay. So first and foremost, new dope. We got we'll start with you. Teddy, what you listening to nowadays that you want the people to know?
New music, I've been rocking with that boy Destin Conrad. You know, if you're an R&B head, he got a real dope album that just came out. That was hard. It's this woman out of North California. I want to say Stockton. Miss Jane Hancock. It's a record called Stingy.
Okay.
So if you like October London, stuff like that in that vein, like you should definitely check out that record. It's hard. And there's some other stuff too. The Coco Jones album is pretty good. I rocked with that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's like a mix of some of the stuff I've been listening to.
So the dynamic between Teddy and I, he's a super R&B head. Me, I'm the rapidy rap guy.
Okay.
So you'll hear, you know, most of the stuff he kind of vibe to and play. He play rap too, but most of the stuff he vibe to be R&B. that lane.
Okay.
I learned a lot of my R&B stuff from him because I don't listen to half of the shit.
Okay.
he
Shout
was
out to
just talking
Teddy.
about.
I like that. Hey now. Okay.
Yeah. So anytime he mentions somebody, I'll go look him up, and it 9 times out of 10 it vibes in my my lane of music.
Okay.
Me, I've been listening to the Wiz Khalifa album has been really, really great. I particularly enjoy 5 Star with Gunna. That's an amazing record.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've listened to it yet. You listen to the Wiz album?
Mm-mm.
When you leave here, listen to the Wiz album. Shout out to Gunna.
Okay.
I know that we're not supposed to shout him out.
Let me make a note of that.
Because of whatever it is that he did. That don't have nothing to do with the civilians of the world. Okay, he didn't tell on me. Okay.
Okay.
So Gunna.
Hey, we proud civilian.
Absolutely.
5 civilian over here, bro. Like, don't nobody give a fuck about that shit.
We pay taxes, and Gunna, he is a hook machine. Melodies, melodic. It's called 5 Star. It's number 5. No, it's actually number 4 on Wiz Khalifa's album.
Okay.
I've been bumping that. I'm bumping the Mozzie album. Shout out to Mozzie. And also my boy, I mentioned him on a podcast not too long ago. Amir Ali. He's a rapper out of Philadelphia. Oh, he put together a really, really good project. He raps his ass off. He got some great hooks on there. A lot of the features is not like big name, rappers, because I don't even know if he's up and coming. I don't even know who he's signed to. Let me see. It look like he's not signing nobody. So he's an independent artist. But he got 18 tracks on there. His name is Amir Ali. Dude out of Philadelphia. I really fuck with. What you listening to nowadays? What you rocking?
I'm actually a big I call it R&B.
Okay.
R&B.
Okay.
So Coco Jones is really what I've been listening to lately. I'm really feeling her album. And other than that, I live in the 90s, the 80s, the old school stuff.
Okay.
So as far as new stuff, I listen to what the radio station tell me to play. That's honestly kind of about it.
As far as, so you said streaming.
Thank you.
You on primarily TikTok?
Yeah, and I just started streaming on this other app called Favored.
Okay. As far as like do you have like set playlists for different days, or like how do you approach?
No, I do one set night, which is Wednesday nights.
Okay.
10 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
Until I just started doing it until 2 a.m. on Wednesday. I call it the Late Night Library, which is nothing but good R&B.
Nice.
On TikTok. Exclusive to TikTok. I only stream that show on TikTok Wednesday nights.
Now, is that a play off of, wait, hold on. When you graduated high school?
08.
Okay. Nah, you wouldn't have been there.
In Tallahassee, the Late Night Library?
You was around for
I know about it, but see,
No, she couldn't have been if she was 08.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I'm 06.
I know about
it
it,
closed the year before I came to Tallahassee.
Okay.
It's not a play off of that.
Okay.
However, it just was my radio show name when I was on radio at FAM, and I just kept the name.
For anybody that attended FAMU from, I want to say maybe 99, Late Night Library was there when I was there because I came in 03. And you said the year before you, so that's 05?
I remember coming to visit like in maybe like 04, 05, and I saw the Late Night Library.
Yeah.
But when I started FAMU in 06, it wasn't there.
Okay. So from I would say 99 to maybe 2005, Late Night Library was the shit. Like, that's where you were going on Tuesdays. It was, you go to, and then this one, Buffalo Wild Wings, it wasn't Buffalo Wild Wings, then we called it BW3.
B-dubs.
Right, or B-dubs. You went there, you got 25-cent wings.
Yeah.
And then you transition over to, so, okay. Late Night Library, that's Eastern Standard Time, Wednesdays.
Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on TikTok.
Make sure y'all check that out. DJ is just straight DJ Bay.
DJ Bay __.
Awesome. Okay.
Hey, but I forgot, and while we talking, I totally forgot one more. How could it slip my mind? Shout out to the new Trinidad record. Your boy did, because I worked on that.
Yes.
My biggest hater. That shit
I like that song too.
It's crazy. So
like
you ain't heard
his marketing going hard.
I love what Trinidad James is doing.
Yes.
I know he just reopened the shop at the Underground. I tried to go by there one day, but it wasn't open yet, and it might be invite only type shit. I don't know, but shout out to Trinidad James.
Nah, it's open.
Okay, I love everything that he's doing. He has his own lane. He's rocking things his way, and I think he was managing at one point in time. He manages somebody who he's a manager as well.
So he has a creative agency,
Okay.
right? And he's behind a lot of the girls. Well,
Mhm.
Bad Baby was the first one. Her first big record, that was Trinidad.
Yeah.
So like he's worked with Sexy Red, like all of them, Kalani. And then even today he was kind of telling me how he did the tour set design for Boss Man. So
Okay.
he's
Dope.
very heavy behind the scenes with like a lot of stuff.
Dope. He came from behind the scenes though with his clothing
Yes.
and fashion.
Yes.
Okay.
One more record. Now, I'm an old guy, but I really like this record from one of the female YNs. You fuck with Pluto?
No,
You don't like Whammy Whammy?
I'm cool. Super cool. Super
When you
cool.
leave here,
Okay,
you
I'm gonna have
gotta
to go check
listen
that
to
out
Whammy
too.
Whammy, okay? Whammy Whammy.
I'm
That's a hit.
surprised that you
It's
with
a
this.
hit record.
What?
It's a hit record, okay? Teddy don't fuck with it. I fuck with it, okay?
Okay. Whammy whammy.
Shout out to Pluto. She ain't nothing but 85 pounds. She about this skinny.
Okay.
You know, she rapping. You can tell she real Atlanta.
I'm
Well,
just putting
the
it in my
accent is real
notes.
Atlanta. I don't know where she from for real, for real. She
Okay.
shouted out Ashby, so I know where Ashby at.
Whammy
But-
whammy.
So, you know, she might be from the West End or something like that. But yeah,
Okay.
I think Big Pluto or Pluto, throw that in your set when you start playing the YN music.
Okay.
Beef kickoff anniversary. You put that on the docket, bro. Where we going with that?
I mean, today was the anniversary of the kickoff. I seen online everybody keeps putting up the infamous tweet.
been a year?
from. It's as of today. Tomorrow, the 30th, is a year of Euphoria.
Damn.
Today was the anniversary of like. It's a tweet from academics basically saying like, "Oh, drop. Like, how long is it going to take?"
Mhm.
And like the videos are all like resurfacing from like, I don't know, Fat Joe to Charlemagne to
Yeah.
Angela Yee, academics, like everybody like just going crazy talking shit after that Drake Push-Ups record, right?
Mhm.
So it's just crazy to think in retrospect, a whole calendar year, you know, what transpired, you know, and how quick things could change.
I know where I was. Do you remember? We talking about the beef between Kendrick and Dre.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a year ago we took my son to
It's been a year?
yes, because
Been a year.
we took my son to Wolf Creek, Great Wolf Lodge, the water park down there in LaGrange.
Uh-huh.
I remember I was getting off the slide, and Drake dropped. He dropped Push Up. I was literally drying off, and I was on Twitter looking. And that's when he dropped the record, and I'm just like, oh shit, okay, it's really happening. Like he's really. So that's where I was. I was at Great Wolf Lodge, celebrating my son's 9th birthday party.
What month was it? What month was it?
My son was born in April, but a year ago it was
Okay.
the weekend that we went to celebrate his birthday. So yeah, that's where I was. And I'm still, you know, I mean, who you got winning we all know who won, correct?
We
Is
know
he-
who won.
It's unanimous, right? Okay. I just want
We
to
don't
make sure.
gotta ask.
And tonight is the concert. You know, literally.
And ATL?
Oh, it is in the 8 tonight.
Yep.
Yep.
Traffic wasn't too terrible, but
Yeah.
I've been getting videos all day long about, you know, preparing for. I think my homeboy, he's there right now. And from the videos that I've been seeing of the sets that him and SZA been doing, it seems to be very, very monumental.
I know it's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
My
For
best
sure.
friend, one of my best friends is here from Duval
Okay.
tonight to see it. So I know it's gonna be dope.
Yeah. Absolutely. Where were you? Didn't say where
Does
you
it-
were. Where were you?
Does it sit? I mean, I forgot where I was, but I always remember my homie. Shout out to him because he always watched the pod. Ross R. Dot.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the screenshot where this nigga texted me because I'm normally on top of stuff when it drop.
Right.
But he texted me the link to Euphoria, and he said Euphoria, dog, and I was like, what the fuck is? Because in my head, I'm thinking about the TV show.
The TV
Euphoria.
show. Yeah.
I ain't know what it was. And I
Right.
clicked on it. And then obviously, you know, like the beginning of Euphoria was like that whole like soulful,
Mhm.
I forgot who the sample is, but it was like the Soulful Link, right? And Kendrick started rapping, and I was just like, we here. This is crazy. Like, we're actually here.
It was one of them records I didn't like. I don't think it was Euphoria though. What came out right before Euphoria? Was Euphoria
was the first one.
I didn't like the first
So
one.
it went Euphoria, 616 in LA, Meet the Grams, and then obviously Not Like Us.
Yeah. I think I liked 616 and Meet the Grams. I didn't care for Euphoria and I think everybody was like really, really on that record. And I was like, I felt like he could. I don't think I liked the beat. And I think that I felt like he could have said more. And then he did. So
he saved it.
Crazy.
He saved it.
Yeah, he did.
Because Euphoria is literally like the consent. We all like Not Like Us, but Euphoria is the best rap record in the entire beef.
Yeah,
the way it's structured, like the where it tricks you because he's just like rapping smooth and it's the sample, beat drops, and he's spazzing.
I think I need to go back
quotably spazzing the entire song.
It's one of them. I think I'm getting them confused. It might be.
I think you talking about Meet the Grams.
It might be. Because I didn't like
the one that sound like a damn horror movie. Shout out to your favorite top 10 producer, Alk.
Alk is top 10. Yes. I'm glad you admitted that. All right, cool. Yeah. Outkast has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
It's only how many other? I think Hove is there.
I know Jay, Missy.
Yeah, Hove, Missy. Missy was the last
song.
one.
I always confuse rock and roll and songwriter.
JD is in songwriters. I think Missy is in songwriters as well, but I don't think.
So then it's probably just Hove.
Yeah, I think it's just Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z was the last. He might have been the last rapper to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but nonetheless, well deserved. Outkast is the greatest.
Beyond.
They're the greatest group. No matter what you want to call it, group duo, greatest group duo of all time, in my humble opinion. They got the lyricism to back it up.
Yes.
They got the hit records to back it up.
Yes.
They got the sales to back it up. They got the tours to back it up, and they have the culture. There's nothing that says hip hop more than, Stacks and Lucia's left foot. You know what I'm saying?
Big boy.
I think it's often because that's what I was thinking about today when I saw the video for Bombs Over Baghdad, and I think that we don't talk about enough. Artists may have just gotten forgotten how big these niggas was.
Yes.
Like, we're talking about fuck rap. Like, fuck rap.
Global.
I'm talking about like all genres. Yes. Like how massively big records like Miss Jackson, Bombs Over Baghdad, Hey Ya, like how massively big these songs were. Like, I don't know if sometimes we forget how like successful they were.
Bombs Over Baghdad was 01. I was in high school. I remember that vividly.
I thought it was 2000.
It was 2000 going into 2001, if I'm not mistaken, because that's the
Maybe
Stankonia.
so. Maybe.
That's the Stankonia album.
Yes.
So back when, I don't know if you remember Columbia House. You know what Columbia House is? Okay, so Columbia House used to be this is, I'm dating myself, but walk with me. This CDs. So Columbia House used to have this, it was a promotion. You get 9 CDs for a penny, but you gotta put your credit card information in or whatever, and it's $14.99 per month. But you can order as many CDs. This is I ain't know about fine print and none of this other shit. But I utilized my parents' credit card, right? Didn't know about fine print, all this other shit. So the first few CDs I bought the Marshall Mathers LP.
Okay. Eminem.
That's Eminem's second album, right? That's Eminem. With Kill You on
that's
it.
Second.
Yes. Okay, I got that. Shine's first album.
Okay.
I got Stankonia. I got Ja Rule, Vinny Vedi Vici, his first album. I bought Ray J. Wait a minute. The Ray J album. Don't sleep on Ray J. The Wait a Minute album.
Man,
Don't
What?
sleep on Ray J. Wait a minute was a big record. Y'all see y'all
Wait
was
a
old enough to
minute.
understand. Yes.
Hey,
That was a big record.
Okay, that's one.
That's what that was on that album. And I forgot the other three. But yeah, that's how I got the I
I'm
was
gonna
saying
have to
that.
circle back and ask you how many other songs can you give me that are good by Ray J? That's gonna be a question.
Ray J?
Yes.
I can. One Wish.
Okay, that's like the best one. Other than that,
That's you said how many other ones? I gave you one.
See, that's two.
He got a cut though. He got a cut joint. You know, I'm the R&B guy. He got a cut joint called Melody.
I was about to say
That
one
is
more
so
Melody.
cold.
Yes, Melody, and that's about it.
We hating on Ray J.
That's I can't think.
We're
You
not
got
hating.
maxed out there.
I'm just being honest.
I thought we was hating on Ray J. I was
No.
finna say.
We're being honest. Okay, but I'm sorry.
No. But that's how I got. So Bombs Over Baghdad, Stank on the album. That's my favorite Outkast album of all time.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your between the two of you guys? What would be your holy trinity? Like top 3 favorite Outkast songs?
Songs?
Oh.
Songs. No order, just your top 3.
I'll let you go
Okay,
first.
the first one isn't a song. Does that count?
Yes, that's the topic.
It was on the album. It was one of they used to have some really good skits.
Oh, okay. Which one?
That where are my
panties?
Where are my panties?
Yep. That's Speaker Box Love Below for sure.
He come up, he say, "Ooh, I wonder if she gonna make me some breakfast."
Yeah. Okay, that's your one.
That's my one.
Me two more.
I think what was the question again?
The top 3 Outkast songs.
Me and You.
Okay.
Yo Mom. That's Elevators.
Yes.
Elevators.
And I ain't even gonna lie. Is it considered Outkast if it came off of the Speaker Box album? Where they kind of okay. Probably Andre 3000. Hey y'all.
Hey y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
For me, Gangsta Shit. Off of oh my god, that's a great song. That's a great record. Gangsta Shit. I'll go Rosa Parks. Like you got to have Rosa Parks in there. And Bombs Over Baghdad. Yeah. Those are my three.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an album cut guy, so it's off Stankonia is a record, a little old record called Toilet Tissue.
Yes.
Amazing storytelling record, one of my favorites. The Art of Storytelling with Slick Rick.
Okay.
And then Funky Ride on the first album. It's a record with it's mainly Sleepy on it, Sleepy Brown, but Funky Ride. Yeah, those are like my top 3 from Outkast.
Next topic we got. Oh, Young Thug is back.
Okay.
You good. Young Thug is back.
And so is Justin.
Yes. Perfect timing. That was great. I didn't pick up on that, but that was really good what you just did. I see what you just did there. Thugger got an interview with GQ. He touched on a couple of different topics. I know he just dropped. Did they release that record?
Yeah, that the first record came out this past Friday.
It did. Very underwhelming. I didn't see much traction on it. But I do know that he got a lot of traction from some of his responses on the GQ interview. I don't know what he was dressed up as. Was it fucking is it what's that weird ass ball Met Gala? Are we during that time? Is that what that was?
I think we getting ready to head into that season.
Okay. Yeah. Have you seen the interview?
I think he was just being Young Thug.
Absolutely, but I just don't. Yeah, I don't know what that was about though. Yeah, that was kind of weird. But I did hear him dance around the Gunna question. He danced around that pretty well.
Yeah.
He danced around. Well, he chose a side. Of course, I don't think anybody thought that he was gonna say that he's a Kendrick fan. He pretty much proclaimed his alliance to Drake in that interview as well. I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw those 2 clips. So
yeah, I saw the one where he was speaking about how he felt about being banned from Atlanta and his relationship with Rich Homie and how he wished that they could have. He was saying that they both kind of grew apart, and you know, Rich Homie wanted to make more solo music. So, but he did wish that they would have continued on making some more stuff. But it was, you know, it's a good, insightful look. You know, return.
Yeah.
I didn't think the record was underwhelming. I like the record, but what I do notice, because like you gotta think, like we all naturally talk and act within like our age range. That's our social community. So of course it looks underwhelming to what I think is a group of people where we kind of starting to outgrow certain stuff.
Okay. By
That's
when you
what
say
I
outgrow, what can you give something specifically?
Like because like how y'all feel about Future, like I feel like my ear is starting to outgrow him. I haven't really like loved anything by Future in a long time.
I got you.
So that's kind of like why I think, because the record did good. I forgot like how many million streams it did like the first day. And when I looked at the Apple charts, it was like in the top 10, like all genres. Like they had a dope ass video where they like redid the whole Otis, you know, Jay-Z and Kanye Otis. So I think it did what it had to do to like re-spark the flame. You know, his album, Mariah announced it. It's coming out on the 9th. So 2 weeks from now.
This was Friday, right?
This was this past Friday.
I know. Okay. I retract my statement. I wasn't on social media as much this past Friday. I took a day trip to New Orleans. So I was just out there just hanging out, and I wasn't really on my phone. That's probably why I used the word underwhelming, because I didn't tap in. I heard the record one time, and I didn't tap into what kind of like the public perception is, because a lot of times, you know, when stuff come out, whether it's a whether it's a TV show, it's a award show, a new record, like you kind of tap into your timeline and mix and mingle with the people and opinions, give your point of view on certain things. And I didn't do that for this record, but I'm gonna go back and listen to it and be prepared next time. But I love Thugger. I'm pretty much a fan of everything he does outside of wearing dresses. I don't think that's something I could get with. But that's his style and that's what he chooses to do. But musically, sonically, I think he's one of our sharpest that we have in the hip hop community. So, yeah. Are you in the Beehive?
No.
No? Is there a specific reason why you're not in the Beehive?
No.
Okay. But you're a Beyonce fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mildly. Hell yeah. Yeah. I like her music. I like what gets put out. I listen to it.
Okay.
I love what she does for the culture.
Are you going to the concert?
Probably not.
Okay.
I wasn't really a fan of her new album.
Cowboy Carter. I think both tours kicked off already. It was a fight already. You seen the fight. I'm sure you've seen it by now.
I saw the fight.
So
I missed that.
There was a fight, apparently. Now, from what I saw, these were the people that were fighting, they had to be in section 300. These are the high seats.
Yeah.
I feel like people who really can afford to go to these concerts, they conduct themselves in a certain kind of way.
100%.
Right? And then the people that maybe in the bleeds, you know, it's like Spirit. So you got Spirit, Frontier. That's how I categorize sections, right?
Okay.
Way up, Spirit, Frontier. That's section 300, 400 on up.
Yeah.
Up to the ceiling. And then section 200 might be like your Southwest. You know, Southwest is cool. Once you get in the 100 section or the T level, you know, club seats, that's your Delta, American Airlines.
Yeah, United.
Yeah, United. You know, the more prestigious airlines and people who, you know,
conduct themselves.
Absolutely. You know, they had
some mentors.
They had pre-sale ticket codes. You know, they were up on it. They got Citibank credit card, American Express, shit like that. That's how they buy their ticket. So, but I did see the fight. It was crazy. But Cowboy Carter, I think she brought out her daughters. That's the first time we seen,
Blue
that's
Ivy.
The first time we saw, Ivy, and then I don't know the other little girl's name.
Rumi.
She brought. I haven't.
Rumi.
I only heard of her.
Yeah, we haven't really seen much of them. Yeah,
I've only heard of her. She's one of the twins, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to tap into my Beyonce correspondent, my cousin. He's He's the treasurer of the Beehive. So
Okay.
I'll make sure I'll get y'all an update next time.
Well, I did see a clip of Blue Ivy dancing and sis killed it.
Okay.
She did her one too.
She's gonna be a star.
Yeah.
I think Blue is gonna be a star. I think they already know it.
Mm-hmm.
She's already performing in front of,
Big
massive
crowds.
Like
Yeah.
she's gonna be one of those ones,
She's there already.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, she's definitely already there.
Yeah.
Definitely already there. I think it's beautiful though. Like, the way they're able to like incorporate the kids into the show.
not fair.
The tickets didn't seem too crazy for this one.
Yeah.
I was even considering kind of going because I'm still in this space where, and I'm not no Beyonce Beehive head. No. And I didn't really like that album like that either.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely, like have always said on this show, think that she falls in the space of like artists that you want to say you've seen in your lifetime.
Yeah.
100%.
But
And that's why I
don't
went
know
to her
about
last
Cowboy
concert.
Carter.
Yeah, I don't know about.
That's why I went. And she's a performer. She's gonna put on a show. So I was
She's a
like,
great performer.
I gotta see that.
Yep.
So
And then the
Felt-
GNX tour kicked off too. We kind of talked about that earlier. I think they're gonna do great. I think this is probably gonna be one of the these might go down as two of the greatest tours that we've seen in our generation. I think, as far as sales wise goes,
okay.
because I think what was the other one? Big Steppers.
Yeah, the
I
Big
think
Stepper one.
Big Steppers
Yeah.
was the highest grossing hip hop tour of all time.
Mhm.
I
I'm
think,
not mistaken.
I think it was
Like
the highest
one of the two,
grossing.
one and two. It was like top 2, top 3, something like that. But I think he made top this, I believe. Just the
Oh, he absolutely will. He already broke the record in Houston from the show he did at NRG.
yeah,
So, yeah.
and he got 4 shows in LA. I think it's
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 shows.
I'm going
in
that
LA.
Friday night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Hey.
I'm looking forward to that. Well, I'm gonna ask you this question too. Do you think we have a song of the summer right now?
Not yet, no.
You don't think so? Okay.
Well, actually, let me take that back.
And
Right.
if you do, I'm sorry to cut you off. If you do, what do you think the song of the summer is? It's a 2-part question.
Okay. Right now, what's giving me real top bag weather is she said, take a time. What's the rush? Baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. I feel like right now,
Okay.
I could take the doors off the Jeep,
Put me on. Who is that?
take the top off. His name is Leon Thomas.
Leon Thomas.
Thomas.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
He just
okay.
dropped the remix with Chris Brown. So right
Yeah.
now, I'm kind of feeling like that's a good little,
Okay.
put my little sundress on,
Okay.
top back, shades on, and ride out.
Got it. I think it's Nokia.
Who's
You
calling
think it's
that?
Nokia?
I do.
Who's calling
I
that?
love Nokia.
I'm a fan of that song
I
too.
love Nokia. I only like the first part of Nokia though. I don't like the beat switch. I'm opposite.
I
of
hate the
everybody.
beat switch.
Yeah, I don't like the beat switch.
Baby girl.
Listen, okay. I love the first part of that song. Okay.
Okay.
We got sticks in the club illegally. That's my favorite part.
I don't even know, like, no, I've definitely heard. Let me not stop capping. I've heard the song all the way through, but I mean, my thing is, it's fucking April. It's like I told you. It was, who was it? It was Low from Apple. We'll call him OVO Low at this point, but he was the one talking about some. Oh yeah, Nokia's the song of the summer. Man, it is April 28th. Like, what are we doing? Like,
I don't think that
just
song going
it
nowhere
may
no
be
time
hot
soon.
right
Me
now,
neither.
but I don't think that we at a place where like the song of the summer is here yet. And like, think about past songs of the summer and how like they impacted. Think about I always forget the name of the song, but the Wiz and the Tims. As I am, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
Tim's,
Like
Tim's.
that or the
You don't need no
that's
other
it.
Burna
body.
Boy.
Essential, I think it's called. Yes.
Essence.
Essence. There you go.
Essence,
Appreciate it.
Essence.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The Burna Boy record from
Yes.
a couple years ago. Like, these songs were like, you couldn't contest, you couldn't go nowhere, not hear them. Like, there was no debate about it, and they lasted like the whole summer.
True.
So I mean, that Nokia shit cool now. I'm not gonna
Don't do
be.
that.
I'm
Don't
not
do
gonna be
that.
no
It's not
hater.
going. It's not
It's a
going nowhere
vibe.
though. It's not going anywhere. And you hear it everywhere.
What do you mean it's not going nowhere?
I hear it everywhere I go.
It's just getting started is what he means.
Everywhere I go.
If you think about it, this music that is being played now, it's not necessarily new. It might be from 2024.
Yeah.
It just takes its time. So
And Drake don't have the big machine behind him like that no more. So his records are still going to stick, but it's taking longer to kind of push through. The album was what, 4 months ago?
yeah.
5 months ago? Almost 5?
Yeah, February.
February.
Yeah.
February. It came out in
So,
February.
Nokia getting burned, boy. Like everywhere I go, I hear it. So
Because it was the only replay value song like that. Well, like mainstream
Well,
record.
2 months.
From that
That's
project.
2 months ago.
Yeah. So
What song do you think?
yeah, what's your song of the summer?
I just don't
Candidate.
personally think it's here yet. That's what I think.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
think it's here yet. You know, there's too many people that are gonna drop. I'm interested to see what's on Thug's album. I know Gunna's around the corner. Like, there's some Afrobeat shit. I even think hasn't got its just due. Are y'all familiar with the Rima record where he sampled Sade? Is It a Crime?
Oh, that one is it a crime?
Is that not a crazy record?
It's fire.
Okay.
But it came out while it was cold. If that shit would have came out like in a couple weeks, May,
But
you can't tell me that's not the song of the summer.
It could still gain traction.
Especially
Don't
with
count it
TikTok.
out.
Exactly.
Especially with TikTok out
Yes.
here. TikTok is revitalizing careers, people.
Look what it did for the Atlanta records.
Oh, you talking about
Young LA?
Yes.
Young LA.
If we could just get him off of drugs, he might could do something with the rest of his career. This nigga, he tripping.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So we haven't. So Teddy, you think we haven't seen our song of the summer yet? That remains to be seen. Summer is approaching
Around the corner.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's approaching.
Yeah, we'll see. Are you into sports, Sonny, at all? Like football? You know, we just had a draft. You ain't really follow the draft.
Yeah, I seen the TikTok videos that they've been making and stuff. But actually, you know what? I got a family member that got drafted. I happened to catch it on Facebook.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, you know what team they went to?
I'm gonna tell you in a second. Let me spin the block. I'm gonna tell you.
So right now, well, the biggest theme around the draft was the whole Shedeur Sanders kind of debacle. So if you don't know who Shedeur Sanders is, so Shedeur Sanders, he's a quarterback for Colorado. He was a starting quarterback. He threw for over 4,000 yards.
Okay.
He threw like 35 touchdowns, I think, and he had like 19 interceptions, something like that. But he's also the son of Deion Sanders. You know who Deion Sanders is.
Yes.
Okay. So Deion has produced a smorgasbord of athletes. Okay. You got Shedeur, you got Shiloh, the Deion Sanders Jr., I think he was good in sports, but he do their media. So he's like behind the camera now.
Okay.
But it was the talk of the town was who was going to get drafted 1 and 2 was either going to be, as far as quarterback is concerned, one was Cam Ward. Cam Ward was the quarterback from University of Miami.
Okay.
So he went number 1 overall.
Okay,
Shout
Florida.
Shout out to the U, right? Shout out to you. So, and then Shedeur was supposed to be him, the first 2 quarterbacks, but Shedeur didn't end up getting drafted into what, round 5 or some shit like that? 5. Pick like 250 something or whatever. So that was a big thing because they were centering the reason why he fell so low in the draft board because his attitude, he didn't really work out at the combine.
Okay.
He's arrogant. A lot of people were saying, like a lot of these conspiracy theorists were saying that they were trying to punish Deion for Deion's, you know, persona and personality in not only media, but just in sports in general. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. You know what I'm saying? I do know that it ain't easy to throw 4,000 yards. I don't give a fuck who you playing. It's not easy to throw 35 touchdowns. I don't care who you playing. This is D1 caliber team. So a lot of people say, oh, he's not that good or this and that, whatever. To me, that's subjective. What's objective is the nigga threw, he completed over 75% of his passes. So if you draft, what's my man? Hunter? Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
He had, I don't know how many TDs he had, but a wide receiver can't catch the ball unless the quarterback throws it.
Right.
I think we all can come to some form of agreement there in football.
Correct.
So you had to have a A1 quarterback to throw him the ball, and Travis Hunter was playing both sides of the ball as well too. So I just think it's more to it than it's a lot of politics involved in that. But
always,
I'm glad he got drafted finally. You know.
So, but how do you feel about the narrative? Because you're on the timeline and you see that a lot of people felt like he was done wrong and, oh, why are we making an example of him? And, oh, it's time to mount up and purchase Shedeur jerseys and support. Like, what do you think about it?
I think
because I'm going to get hung for how I think.
I think it's some truth to that because white America has always punished the braggadocious and flashy athlete. The athletes that talk shit, black athletes, right? We go all the way back, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Shedeur Sanders. They've tried to publicly either humiliate us or dim our light. You know, Allen Iverson is another one. Like the list goes on with these our athletes who shine or come to the, you know, they're a premier athlete in their sport. Tank Davis is another one. Like we shine in these sports. And I mean, even going to track and field. What's old girl Sha'Carri? They talked about her hair and they talked about her nails. Gail Devers. I'm going way back. You know, just we pretty much run sports.
We run it all.
Yeah, in sports, culture, music, fashion, whatever you call it, they try to find a way to dim our light always, and we always find a way to rise to the occasion. So I just think it's another ploy by white America, you know what I'm saying, to try to dim our light, but it's not going to happen. I think he going to get into the league, he going to shine, and he going to shut everybody up with his play, like they did at Colorado when they were saying, oh, they was 2 and whatever the season before Deion got there, and then these niggas performed well. Like that's my
I think that, and I preference my comments by, I definitely think he was worth more than a 5th round pick.
Absolutely.
You know, I think his performance definitely warrants that. But no, I'm not in the cloth. Like Chris Carter, we all sit and talk on Twitter all day, but we regular motherfuckers.
Yep.
Chris Carter is a Hall of Fame black wide receiver. He spoke about it today, and I 1000% agree with him, bro. Like, there is a difference between being black and bold and being fucking extra. Shedeur is a distraction. He's extra. He was in the club with low shimmy with a chain down to his dick, smoked out, celebrating getting taken in the 5th round. The word is that a majority of his interviews, he was kind of bullshitting them because he wanted to dictate what team he wanted to go to. There are literal black quarterbacks in the NFL, like Michael Penix, like, because that's why I say like, a lot of the people that have conversation online right now about the Shedeur shit, they're fair weather. They don't know nothing about football. They just are tapped in because it's the topic right now, right?
Right.
But Michael, are you familiar with Michael Penix?
Yes.
He from Tampa first and foremost, so you know what a Tampa nigga is.
Right.
He rocks he's known for rocking a do-rag. He raps too. Like, how much more like cultural and black does it get than those things? But you're never going to see him in the same light as a Shedeur. Why? Because there's a difference between being black and bold and being fucking extra and a distraction. And I don't wish no ill will against Shedeur. Like, I want him to win, right? I want him to succeed. But I don't think that his play thus far, he was worth more than a 5th round pick. But his quarterback play was still debatable. Like, yeah, all those percentages were high, but a lot of them were bubble screens with Travis Scott taking it to the field. So hopefully he shows and proves in the NFL at the end of the day, but that remains to be seen. And then with it remaining to be seen, like, bro, go out there and work. Cam Ward, like, it's in a notable video online right now where, like, Shedeur was like, bro, we should make a rap video. He's like, bro, I ain't trying to do that. He's like, I'm trying to play football.
Mm-hmm.
And Cam Ward was what? The number 1 pick in the draft, bro.
He was.
Like, it's not about saying like black people should be humble, because that's like the running narrative right now. It's not about humility and like, oh, play it down. But it's like, if we move away from football and we talk about just employment, you gonna show up to an interview and show your ass and be entitled for a job you want?
Yeah.
That's how I feel it.
I think I feel like we should highlight and celebrate both sides of it, right? Because for every Shedeur Sanders, you have, like you just said, a Cam Ward, right? For every Allen Iverson, we had Penny Hardaway, who was soft-spoken, didn't really do all the flashy stuff. I just want to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? I think we need both of them. We need both of them to exist for white people to know how great we are. Always. And we are constantly told not to do this, not to do that, not to do that, right? But then you have white people who literally mimic what we do in all facets of life, from fashion. And when they do it, we get upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, man, I do believe that a lot of the things that led up to the draft hurt his draft stock. And that's on him. He got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit here and say, not to step on your point, but I'm not going to sit here and say he should have did this or he should have did that. That's the path that he's on. And we've seen this happen a lot where people may have veered off a little bit. Like, let's look at Anthony Edwards, right? Anthony Edwards get on the court, he busts niggas' asses too. But off the court, some people would say he's a liability with the stuff absolutely. That he got going on. You know what I'm saying? With his baby mama, but he that's the type of athlete he is. And I love all of it. Like, I think
these niggas that you mentioning, like Anthony Edwards, Allen Iverson, like even Michael Vick, like, there was nothing debatable about them. Across the table, people have debated Shedeur's play, bro. Like, it's just period. And yes, he was greater than a 5th round pick, but the quarterback class this year was not as good as the one before. And I just feel like he still has more to prove as a professional athlete.
Yes.
Than to show up like he already the guy. He's in Cleveland, bro.
I agree.
Like, that's a hellhole for a quarterback. He got a long ways to go.
It's a graveyard.
It's a graveyard.
Sure. Yeah. We'll see.
Godspeed to him.
I really want to see what he does. I honestly do, because I think he's going to improve and show up a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But that's we have to wait till we see that.
I say we've seen the movie before. They always want to compromise. They always want to say that he's like Johnny Manziel. Well, what happened to Johnny Manziel?
Yeah, he flopped. That was terrible.
That flashy shit.
Yeah. Well, the one thing we can't say, Manziel was on drugs too. That played a major part in it. I don't think Shedeur do no drugs. He don't drink, he don't smoke. So, we'll see.
I don't know. But before we move off of this topic, just want to shout out to the family. Jared Ivey, he went to the Seattle Seahawks.
Nice. Okay.
So,
big ups
to
him.
What position? Damn, I put you on the spot. My fault.
Yeah.
My
I
fault,
don't know. I had to, I just know Jared Ivey on the Seattle Seahawks. Look for him.
Shout out to J.I., man. For sure.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Have you been, so you primarily on Instagram?
No, TikTok.
Primarily on TikTok.
Oh,
like,
no.
where do you get your like news and information and like hot topics and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, probably Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, so you are familiar with the whole Shannon Sharp debacle that's going on.
What's going on with him now?
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, so.
That's bad that she even talking about now. That means it's just like.
Yeah, that's terrible. The whole him, paying for sex with a younger, I ain't gonna say underage, but younger white female. It's been talks of them trying to extort him. We've heard numbers of $100 million deal, podcast media deal that was in the works. And then now we got this kind of like, I feel like it's a smear campaign, right? And the mere fact, what led me to believe that it's a smear campaign is they just posted today, Shannon Sharp does the electric slide. I don't know if y'all seen that. Somebody was at
where
some
he looked
party.
like Frankenstein.
Yeah. Somebody was at some party and recording him doing the electric slide, which to me, it looked like he was around friends and family and loved ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I don't line dance, but when I'm around my family,
You have
or
a good time.
I'm in the comfort of a home that I'm comfortable in,
Yeah.
I'm going to be myself. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And it's like they're constantly picking on him from his sexuality to how he carry himself. Now, now, I will preface this by saying, I believe Shannon Sharp is a hypocrite. The only reason why I feel he's a hypocrite is because Chad Ochocinco is one of my friends. And he's constantly grilling Chad about being professional, being on time, and all of this other stuff. But then, nigga, you got sex tapes that's leaking. You know what I'm saying? You out here paying women $25,000 for sex over a course of a time.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this stuff is leaked. Now, Chad has his share of, out of the media or in the media problems as well, too. But I feel like we shouldn't be pointing the finger when there's 4 other fingers pointing right back at you. So we should all accept one another for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And let's move accordingly, because everybody seems to have skeletons in their closet. So we shouldn't be judging nobody. And that's the only that's my take on the whole Shannon Sharp thing. Me, personally, I don't care how up I am. I ain't paying $25,000 for no piece of pussy ever in life. I don't buy pussy now. Okay?
Not when it's $100 in the DR.
That's what I'm like. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know anything about that. But I'm just not doing that. Like you
spending $100 in the DR for the pee?
I think he's speculating.
I'm just speculating.
I don't know. Back and ask.
I don't know. Yeah,
he spit that out. It rolled off the tongue too smoothly.
No, because I went to DR for my birthday.
Okay,
in February.
Okay,
but I didn't indulge. Like, it was overwhelming for somebody like me. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Shannon tripping, man. Like, you gotta get your house in order. Like,
why you didn't want to pay for them while you was down there?
I like the art of pulling a woman and talking to them, like getting to know them. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's my bag. Like personality don't exist across the water. It's not. It's literally, hey, they come rub your arm. They may say a couple of words in English and a whole bunch of words in Spanish, and then you start talking prices, and that's just unattractive to me.
Well, it just goes to show y'all two different people.
I'm not saying he buy pussy. I don't know if he do or not, but I'm just telling you what I do.
It's given that you do.
Damn.
I don't know what it gives, but I just know.
I mean, I'm listening and I'm not judging. I'm just asking.
The only reason I asked was because how some men get in a space where they're like, oh, I'm too good to purchase, or I would never do that.
But yeah. I've been in that
you
space.
Still spending money regardless.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I'd rather
so
spend it.
What's the difference between you spending money in a long game courting and you in the DR, which is like being in a mall or Walmart,
yes,
and you just picking up something that you want right away?
Yeah, no.
Do you?
Yeah, no, true. Do women buy dick?
I think some do.
Okay.
I don't, but I think
that's a thing.
I think that's something.
You ever heard your homegirls like, hey, that nigga, I might pay for that. Yeah. Nah. Okay.
Man, women do not buy dick. They go to Jamaica and they get knocked off for the free in hopes that a nigga could get a green card.
What?
He watch a lot of TV.
Yeah,
you watch
the men on the little wood boats.
Nah, that's
Have you been to Jamaica?
Yes.
Okay, so I did see the video. I know what you're talking about, Teddy. I did see the video.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the before they go, I guess they going swimming or whatever, but before they go, they get the massage from the man. It was this one video, the dude, he was just all on her titty, like rubbing some white. I don't know if it was lotion or whatever it was, but he was just rubbing all over her, and they were just kind of saying like, "This is what women do when they go to Jamaica. That's why women always go to Jamaica."
No.
Well, that's how I feel when they mention DR, and they like, "Oh, that's only thing niggas go out there for." And it's a whole bunch of other shit out there to do too.
I feel you there, but no, that is not why women go to Jamaica. I've never even heard of that until right now.
I'm gonna send you the video.
You're gonna have to send that to me because
I got you.
No.
Okay, but yeah, back to Shannon. Your opinion on Unc, man? I don't know, Unc tripping.
I mean, my only thing with it was I think it's a smear campaign. When I saw the attorney that was involved, Bugsby, I'm like,
absolutely.
yeah, this
I
is
didn't even get to that
bullshit.
part.
But the accountability is still on Shanon, like, for who he chose to do what he chose to do with. I think that, like, from the videos that I heard and whatnot, like, a lot of people live in a vanilla world sexually, so, like, they don't understand the whole dom, submissive, and all that shit. Like, it just sounded like a normal dom situation. He talking about what he was talking about on it. So It just happened to be who he was doing. A 19-year-old Caucasian OnlyFans girl, like, bro, ain't Shannon Sharp about 50 or is 50?
Like 50, between 54 and 57.
He look good to be. I don't even know how old he is. He looks good to be that age.
You like muscles?
Yeah.
Is it the muscles or is it something else?
I'm not saying that I'm attracted to him. I just think that for his
age.
Yes, he looks
I was
good.
asking. I was just, just asking.
I do like muscles though.
Yeah. I feel like that's essential in the women's makeup of what they are attracted to.
Not really. It's not an essential.
No. Okay. For you, or you just saying women in general?
Women in general, I don't feel like it's an essential. I got a lot of homegirls who say they like fat niggas or, kind of more husky, the belly. They don't want them in shape. So
Okay.
So yeah.
When it's cold, they want something to hold that's soft.
You made that up?
That's why they call me Teddy.
I like that though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm disappointed in man. I feel like he could have used his platform a little bit more responsibly. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it really got anything to do with his platform. I think that he just, because he is who he is and he's in the limelight, they gonna pick on him.
He has been irresponsible with his selection of not only women, but utilizing again remember the phone that supposedly went live?
Yeah, that was a whole lie.
Come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about here?
That was a lie.
It takes a lot for you to go live.
Yeah.
Even if you make a mistake and hit live, it asks you, do you really want to go live?
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of times, I believe.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just think that, again, he should have used his platform a little bit more responsibly. But that's on Unk, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to ask you a question. How much different is DJing virtually versus actually being in the spot? Like, some of the pros and cons of both.
Ooh.
Because I know you done both. And then also radio. Because you DJ radio.
Mm-hmm.
You DJ virtually on TikTok Wednesdays, 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 a.m., sorry. And then you have, your club setting, like feeling the vibe. So which you prefer? What's the pros and cons? And then what do you prefer?
Because the way society is now and the club scene and people not really coming out to have fun, I'd rather be online now. I've gotten comfortable where I can stream from anywhere and get on and have a good time. And I've built that community where they come and, you know what I'm saying? We connect versus people that's just standing around on their phones and just doing this. And
they got the whole tripod in the damn club now.
The whole light.
With
the whole light.
What's the camera with like the whole fucking like light shit.
The stadium light. Oh, this girl.
I was at a concert and the girl had the light in front of me and I just really wanted to ask her, could she?
If there's any time that I'm embarrassed for black people, is when I see that fucking stadium light attached to a phone.
That's exactly what it was.
Yes.
That's exactly what it was. And I was like, we at a concert. I'm trying to enjoy and you got this bright light right here. Bro.
Dear God. Okay. So you virtual is your go-to.
For right now,
Right now,
100%.
Okay.
Which is crazy because I never, when we used to do Shonville radio, I was scared to talk on the mic. I was still like growing there. So,
definitely have to work on, not you work on, but I'm saying like to be a DJ in society nowadays, you have to have personality.
Yeah.
You have to be able to multitask. This is just from what I've seen. I tried the whole DJing thing and that just I wasn't equipped for it.
Okay.
But I definitely can see how you being virtual is more beneficial, especially when you start talking about people, because people don't even dance no more in the club. Like it's
Barely.
No.
it's couches,
Yeah.
bar stools, hookah.
And when they are dancing, they pulling the phones out. So that's why a lot of people say
Yeah.
they don't want to dance because they don't want to be recorded. They just want to have a good time.
I think it's like it's conditioned like along like you put all the sections in there, which killed everything.
Yeah,
It's like you said, nobody wants to dance. You know, we come from the era where like you could roll the dice and walk up behind a girl while she dancing. If her homegirls don't do the you might
Yeah.
get a little, dirty wine on your cocky. But like now, none of that's happening. It's
Right.
like stand clear. I just want to dance with my homegirls. I bet, and when I'm dancing with my homegirls, it's just to get a moment on camera. Like
right.
I'd rather be on my because we know how expensive rent is these days, right?
Yep.
And I live in LA, so it's expensive. I'd rather get me some wine and enjoy what I pay per month for my four walls than to go out and watch a bitch goddamn dance with a stadium light in her face.
And
It's
most
just not
of
the
the women
vibe. I
dance
know
with
what
their
a good time
friends
was in the club.
nowadays.
I think all three of us know what a good time in the club was.
Yes.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
100%.
Especially getting behind the girls. I was never really a dancer, but that was prime club era for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Another era I used to like, what's the shirts that had the little shit on them right here? They was like the
Jabos?
army shirt. Nah.
Oh.
It was like that army shirt era where they had the little flap right
Mhm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
And that was right after, I want to say that was right after like the whole dust your shoulders when niggas was wearing the button ups to the club, or the fucking vest with the tie and the jeans and boots. Oh my God, that was nasty.
Nasty word.
That was nasty, man. All right, cool. Yeah, that's for me. I still appreciate DJing in the club.
Okay.
Especially somebody that actually knows music, right? I frequent this lounge in Atlanta. I won't say the name, but DJ MLK DJs there.
Okay.
DJ MLK is T.I.'s DJ he was. I don't know if he still is, but he used to DJ for T.I. a lot. But he DJs very well, in my opinion, because he opens up his with Serato or DJ booklet. If I don't know, y'all don't use booklets no more, but
Serato, if that's what he uses.
Yeah, he uses a wide range of music, and I appreciate DJs that do that, especially, the DJs that come on before, like the headliner DJ that can't play certain records, so they'll play some of the records that you ain't heard in a long time that still slap.
That early vibe.
Yes, like I still appreciate those DJs. So shout out to y'all for sure.
Definitely.
Yes. So we gonna wrap up here shortly, but we had a question on Not Gonna Lie this week. You want to read?
Yeah.
You want to read the question, brother?
So yeah, we had obviously we had a segment called Not Gonna Lie. So we asked the question this week. A lot of times people will ask you, if we put a gun to your head to save your life, what song would you be able to recite? So you guys could start.
I'll let you ladies first. I'll let you go first. I already know my song.
It would probably be TLC. I don't want no scrub. No scrubs.
That's so easy.
You asked me.
You did. You right.
You asked me.
You right. It'd probably be Dick Pleaser by Lil Wayne.
Woo!
Oh man, I know that shit word for word.
Dang.
Word for word. I'm definitely living.
Okay. Ooh. That's a good one. I ain't heard that.
For me, it's Dom Kennedy's When I Come Around.
Of course.
Okay.
I had a feeling you was gonna say that. Because you said that before.
Listen.
Like that was one of your favorite songs.
And that's when I was in the Bay this weekend. I went to his last show and he performed that shit. And I was like, oh, I remember like how much I fucking love this song.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yep. What's some of the responses we got?
So some of them make sense. Some of them are like, all right, somebody said Warren G's Regulators.
They old as fuck. Whoever that is. They older than me. They got to be older than me.
Kodak's No Flocking.
Okay.
The Golden Girls theme song.
Okay.
Oh,
nah.
Thank you for being
Thank you
a
for
friend.
being a friend.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know who wrote this complicated shit. T.I. Still Ain't Forgave Myself.
Oh yeah, of
Ooh.
course.
He told a story in that one, so I could see that.
I could go with that one too. I definitely could rap that word for word. Yes. That's a great song.
Boy, I'll be having dinner with Whitney and Michael if you ask me to recite that shit. Somebody said the alphabet.
Oh, come on. That's cheating.
Happy
That's
birthday.
That's way too easy. The alphabet, like A, B, C, D.
Yes.
Yes.
That's cheating. That's
And then
cheating.
lastly, somebody wrote Contagious by Ron Isley.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
sure.
a good one. That's
For
a good
sure.
one. That's a good one.
So
For
yeah, that
sure.
was some of the answers.
All right. So before we wrap up, we also have a final segment called "Shit You Said." Right. So I was explaining it to you earlier. Well, we'll read a tweet from each other, so that the other person can kind of explain what headspace they were in when they tweeted this specific idea.
Right.
So I'll go first. You tweeted, "Random thought. LOL. I ain't slow, and I'm far from a jit. For those of you who are not from Florida, jit means younger person. It is a derivative of jitterbug, which is a kid, like a shorty or a younger person. That's just how we talk in Florida. Anyway, jit, shoot it to me straight instead of letting me pick up on what you obviously can't hide. Because now you're going to be dealing with something different. Did this spark something? Like, did something happen? Or this wasn't no damn random thought. Some shit happened."
Yeah, something happened. You know how like it just at the end of the day, I prefer for somebody to shoot it straight to me than let me like put stuff together. And something occurred. I was at an event and I put 2 and 2 together with an individual and I'm like, yeah, I had my aha moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not one to like address it. I'm one to adjust. So I feel like we all grown.
Yeah. 2 and 2 always equal 4. Always.
That's the new thing now, right?
Absolutely. Now I feel you. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that beating around the bush shit either, man. Just tell me what it is.
For real.
So I can adjust myself accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I ain't catch one this week, man. I was trying to find it, but I was running late getting over here, but I ain't catch one this week, man.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll read one. I had a really interesting week this week. So this is a recent this is literally just happened. I want to say yesterday, and I think it did like 1.3 million views, right?
Nice.
So I said, I seen my dog ex-wife on the train. I guess she thought I was gonna speak. Never. He stopped having game nights when he married you. You forever the ops. So I have a friend, a very close friend of mine. He was the turn up. Just know every time you get around him, you're gonna have a great time. Right? I'm not gonna say all the stuff that he was doing because I don't know who he talked to now, and it was in the past, right? But he also was an individual who liked to host. So he still do. He barbecue, game night. If it's a fight party, he order in the fight. He the one with the big couch and the big living room. Everybody come through, bring what you drink, smoke, snort, or whatever, all of that good stuff. Then he got with this young lady, and she was the polar opposite of him. So she wasn't really a socialite person. She was more of a homebody, like stay to herself, blah, blah, blah. However, she would turn up with her friend. But when it was time for him to do what he wanted to do with his friends, it seemed to always be a problem. So although, they are no longer together, I console my friend because I know how it feels to go through a huge breakup. But on the inside, happy. Because we can start turning up again because we no longer have her as a roadblock to the parties.
That's
And
how you really felt.
I did, yeah. I'm loyal to my friend. I'm not finna speak to you. You the reason why we in this mess in the first place. I'm not talking to you. No. And she looked at me. She looked me dead in my eye. Like, you know how you see somebody and you know them and you're waiting for them to speak? Purposely looked at her, not speaking.
Okay.
You the ops. Forever. Forever. Stay loyal to your friends, man. If y'all break up, you break up with his friends too.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't. I ain't no sis, bruh. All that shit cut.
Felt 100%.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
You gone with the rest of the stuff that you took with you. Leave my friends where they at. I don't care if you didn't have any friends. I'm taking mine with me. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
DJ Bay, thank you so much. I see the paraphernalia. That's live. I like your logo too.
Thank you.
That's great. Again, tell the people where they can find you on social media platforms.
DJ Bay __. My website is djbay.rocks.
Okay. ROCS?
Nope, just ROCKS.
Oh, okay.
DJBay.rocks.
That's a new one.
Yep. But yeah, I'm on YouTube. I am DJ Bay.
Okay.
Yeah, connect with me. Nothing but good R&B.
Can you explain to me? Okay, I did want to ask you this.
Yes.
We got a little bit more time. The whole gift thing, right?
Okay.
So when you go live on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
I always see people, they do these battles and they ask like gifts and you see a whole bunch of, the reason why I don't click the last because it just be a whole bunch of stuff going on the screen that I don't know what it is.
Hey, you make yourself sound so old, bro.
I'm being honest. This is a vulnerable moment. Please don't pick on me. I just don't, it'd be a whole bunch of shit going on.
Okay.
I just don't understand. Can you kind of give a brief like overview of what that stuff is?
The gifts are money.
So people pay you to DJ.
You basically.
Okay.
So people go in and purchase coins.
Okay.
So that they can purchase those gifts to send to the creator that's online.
Okay.
So when you see that whale or you see the roses or anything of that such, someone used their money and purchased that to gift to that creator. The battles is also another thing where, my supporters will come in and support me.
Okay.
My basties. Shout out to my basties.
Oh,
okay?
you got a hive.
Shout out to I got my basties. Okay.
That's fire.
Yes,
That's fire
yes.
though.
That's
Shout out to my basties who will come in whenever I do my battles. Yeah, they set up official battles. Okay. Real quick. Last year, I'll tell you how I made my first big check off of TikTok. Actually, no. Was it last year? Yeah. It was last year. Last year, me and another creator, we set up a battle where we did a punishment.
Mm-hmm.
The creator who lost the match had to eat that hot chip.
Okay.
So we promoted it and we had, about over 1,000 people show up.
Okay.
The matches are 5 minutes total. 5 minutes. So your supporters got 5 minutes to gift you, you know what I'm saying? And at the end, whoever, lowest number loses, but in reality, you're really not losing. You know what I'm saying? Because you got those points on the board. So anyways, I lost the match, so I had to eat that chip.
Okay.
But I made
a significant amount of money.
What?
Nice.
In 5 minutes.
Okay.
So
but the battle is not y'all DJing against each other.
It's whatever you choose to do. He just
Okay.
happened to be a DJ. I'm a DJ. And so we just, we set up and, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
But yeah, you got creators that sit on there all
I see.
day.
Every few scrolls, it's a live, somebody going live,
Yeah.
somebody sitting there asking for gifts or thank
Yeah.
you for this gift, and I just never
Yeah.
really knew what it was.
I
Okay.
think personally it's more like of a community thing. And that's the biggest thing that I've taken away from it is I've gained a community. Like I have a Discord of my besties that I can get in and talk to at any time. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
I'm starting on this new app called Favored where I'm trying to grow now a community over there where you get on and you just basically you just live stream. There's
Got
no
it.
content on this app. You just on there, people battling and just
Okay.
streaming.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely if you or just anyone out there is looking to tap into live streaming, do it.
Right.
Because there is it's a whole different world.
Got it.
Totally different world.
That's what's up, man. I definitely I see it. I jump into your lives or rooms
Thank
every
you.
now and then. I just never really knew what all that stuff
Yeah.
was. So that's very enlightening.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Thank you again for your time. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get up out of here.
Thank
it's
you
your
for
boy.
having me.
Absolutely. We gotta do this again soon sometime. It's your boy Way More Fly Than You, man. Catch us this Audio Dope podcast on all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Teddy, you got anything you want to say to the people?
Nothing more, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in as always. Episode 8. You know, it's nothing but love. Boy Teddy.
Absolutely. Thank y'all, man. We'll catch y'all next time.
Toodles.